Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is McKaylee, and today's video is a very exciting one. I finally sitting down talking with you guys. It feels like it's been, sorry, something in my eye. It's been like forever since I actually sat down and like talked to you guys. That wasn't like a day in my life about like what I'm doing or anything. So we're gonna sit down, grab some popcorn, because this video is all about my 2021 goals. And I think I can speak for everybody when I say we're excited for 2020 to be over and done with. We're ready for the new year. Fresh start, hopefully. A fresh start for everybody. And it's a new year to make goals and to hold yourself accountable. I will say that I have never been a person to really set like 2021 goals. I kind of just like think about like, oh, what's something I want to do in the year, and if I do it, then I do it. But like I really want to set these goals for myself because I know that I can accomplish so much this year if I like set these goals, like write them down and tell them to you guys, because I know that's going to hold me accountable. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hop into it. Like this video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love to have you guys here. And if you guys love interior design, anything design, anything, you guys will love my channel. I am always here giving design tips and talking about like what I do as a commercial interior designer and what my day-to-day is like, what I do for my job, like the type of clients I work with. And in this video I'll talk about some other things of my career goals and stuff like that. So definitely stay tuned and make sure that you always see my future videos. Okay, so I have written down some of my 2021 goals on this paper. I also have them in the notes of my phone. I originally put them there, but for this video, I wrote them out so I can look at them a little easier. But one of my first goals that I have talked about with you guys before is getting WELL certified. So I actually wanted to do this before 2021. I wanted to do it like sometime at the end of December, but it's December 29th and I didn't take it. So I was studying very consistently for like the first week, and then I kind of stopped. We went to Arizona. I was studying a lot on the plane when we had layovers, stuff like that. And then I got out of the habit of studying. So it's been probably like, a month since I've studied. And so I bought the exam because right now through the end of 2020, it is half off. So typically it's like $600 some every single for just taking the exam. But if you want the study materials included, then it's a lot more expensive. But for our firm, we bought a practice exam and study guide through a different website, which I can talk about in a whole other dedicated video that I know you guys want to see. So I will leave that for another video. That'll probably go up in like a week or two. So stay tuned for that one. But I've been studying off of that, and so I just bought the exam and then I registered to take it online. So typically you would go into like a testing center and you would test in person, but with COVID they now give the option to test online. And just for like where I'm at, it makes a lot more sense for me to test online. So what's really difficult though is if they have someone like watching you, like you're kind of chatting with somebody and they're going to watch you the entire time you take your test, kind of like how it would be at a testing center. But like if they hear any noise, that they will like fail you instantly. So I will have to like disclose like, hey, I have a dog, but I'll probably like put Harper in the basement and like take it while Alex is at work. That way I know I have complete silence for at least 2 hours. But just like, I'll probably let them know like, hey, I have a dog. If you hear a bark, that's why. Whatever. So anyways, I scheduled myself to take it at the end of March because I know that since I paid for it, I have a year to take it. And if I push it off any longer, then I won't take it. So what's nice is the firm I'm at will reimburse me for once I pass. They'll pay for like my registration fee once I pass the test. So it kind of depends where you're working at, like if your firm will do that or not. That's something to always ask when you're being hired is, is any kind of testing that I do, I pay for out of pocket, or do you guys pay for that for me to continue my education? Or if you don't pay for it up front, do I get reimbursed? Stuff like that. That's just in our policy that they reimburse us for those things. But yeah, so I registered to take it at the end of March. I think March 29th is the day that I take it. And I kind of set it up knowing that I need to study for it. So kind of similar to school, you know, you get your syllabus and it tells you like what day the test is on, and then you kind of know what to study. So I did this because I wanted to push myself to get it done, and I feel like this is plenty of time. In our study guide, it says that if you study for 10 to 12 hours a week for 3 weeks straight, that you'll pass the test. So I have a little bit of time to be pretty flexible with myself, but I've been studying pretty heavily like the past couple of days at least. So yeah, that is my goal, to get that done in March and be done with that. So I had that certification. Next goal is actually a personal like fitness goal. So I don't know if I've talked about this yet. I think I was going to upload a video the week before Christmas, but I just got so busy that I wasn't able to, and that's why I'm making this video now. But I started going to the gym and getting more on track with like fitness. So a few months ago, probably a year now, I talked about how I was doing the Sarah's Day, oh my gosh, I can't even remember what it's called, but like the Sarah's Day challenge ebook that she has. And I liked it at first, but I just found it to be so repetitive. Like it was like the same, like every single day was the same. It was like legs, cardio, abs, legs, cardio, you know, whatever it was. But it was like such a order that like I was like getting bored with it, and it was always the same movements that I was getting bored. So I don't know, I haven't done one of those workouts in a while, but I started going to the gym and doing strength training with cardio and like HIIT. And the gym that I go to, they do offer classes. So like if I felt like taking spin that night, I could go take spin. If I felt like doing kickboxing, I could go do kickboxing. So it was really flexible, and that's what I liked. I haven't done any of the classes yet because I'm really happy with the way that my workouts have been going with just strength training and cardio. So I'm gonna keep that up. Sometimes I get burnt out, and that's when I need to do something different, and I'll go to like hot yoga, or I could do like one of my classes at the gym. So I'll kind of mix it up when I need to, but right now I'm loving my routine and loving my process, so I'm kind of sticking with that. But I will put a picture here of what I looked like July of 2020. And when I saw myself that day in person, I didn't see myself looking like that. Not that there's anything wrong with the way my body looks, but I just felt so insecure. I felt like I looked completely different than what I have ever seen myself look before. I felt just so negative about my body, and I was like, I need to change. And so after that, I started eating a lot healthier. Granted, I was still like eating fast food, but it was only like once a week versus like 4 times a week. So I was definitely watching what I was eating. And then when I started, when I got my house, I started renovating. I was kind of like working out while I was doing that, because what I was doing was very like fast paced, you know, like you're painting, you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff is kind of like a workout in itself. So I kind of like lost a little bit of weight doing that, and I was so busy I wasn't like consistently eating, and I was doing intermittent fasting at the time. So I would do, I'm trying to remember what I did. I did the 8-16. So I would fast for 16 and then eat for 8. And so I would eat from like 12 to 8 o'clock, and I wouldn't eat breakfast. And I felt like that helped a lot with like getting my digestion back on track, because if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I have like stomach issues, and I found out that one of the main causes was because of my birth control. So I have not been on birth control for over a year now, and I have noticed the biggest difference in my body, and it just responds to things so much better. I don't feel as depressed. Like I got super depressed for a while, was on medication, and I remember taking this when I was a freshman in college. I was in my dorm room, and I remember taking it for the first time, and the next morning I had an 8 a.m. And I just remember taking it, feeling so drowsy that I like fell asleep, because that's what those pills do to you. They just make you sleepy. So I went to bed, woke up the next morning, my alarm was going off at like 7 o'clock, and I remember opening my eyes, but like my body would not wake up. And I just said to myself, I'm never taking this again. I never want my body to feel like this, like it's being forced to do something or just go through the motions. I was not going to do that again. So I stopped taking those that second. Like I took it one time and I was done. And my doctor pretty much insisted on me taking that medicine. And I was like, no, I'm not taking it. I don't want you to even lower the dosage and then have me take it. I don't want it in my body. And pretty much since like that time, I was pretty cautious about like what was going into my body and like what pills I was putting in. Like, because in high school, my stomach problem started because I originally had fractured a vertebrae in my back. And so I was taking like 12 ibuprofens a day. It was pretty bad. And it was just to compensate for the pain. Like I needed something to help, and that was helping. And so then all of a sudden, like my stomach hurt so bad. Like anytime I ate, like I remember my senior year, I didn't eat for probably like 2 weeks. Like I maybe had like 1,000 calories within those 2 weeks because I just like wasn't hungry. Like I thought of food and it made me want to throw up. It was pretty bad. And so I remember going to the doctor talking about it, and they said like the ibuprofen was like eating at my stomach acid, and that was what was making my stomach hurt and all the stuff. So I went on Prilosec, which helped get like my stomach acid back on track. I took that for probably like a year, and I don't take that anymore. But then that's when I was starting to get really depressed with situations in my life, and then I turned to the antidepressants, and then I got off of those. And then I still was having stomach issues. Like I'd get sharp pains, and like almost to the point where I felt like I needed to go to the ER because it was so bad. And then I did a lot of research on like birth control. This is now after I've graduated college. So I started doing a lot of research on birth control and what they put in it, and listening to a lot of like health podcasts. And granted, a lot of these people weren't doctors, but there were some podcasts that had doctors in them. And they don't try to persuade you to do anything. They're just giving you those facts, and you do what you want with those facts. And I just learned what was going into that birth control, and I didn't want it in my body anymore. So I no longer take like ibuprofen unless absolutely necessary. And I will say that I take it at least once a month, like once a month. And that is the day that I get my period. Because those cramps, not being on birth control, they kill. They literally hurt so bad. But they've gotten more intense over time, and they last for like maybe an hour. I'll take the ibuprofen once I feel one come on, and then they'll like last for an hour, and then they're done for like the rest of my period. So I'm like totally sidetracking, but I feel like this is a topic that needs to be talked about, especially on my channel. I want to use this platform as a voice for people to just look into like what they're putting in their body, especially because I know there's a lot of people that are going through what I'm going through. So yeah, this is like part of my fitness goals, is just like really watch what's going into my body. But yeah, so when I looked at myself, going back to that picture, when I looked at myself, I just thought like, this isn't me. This just doesn't look like who I used to look like. And it's so hard, especially when you're in college, just getting out of college. I've been out for almost 2 years now, but like your body just looks completely different than when you were in high school. And that's for anybody. I mean, in high school, when you think about it, we woke up at like 7 a.m. every day, if not earlier, did weights for sports, would go to class from 7 or 8:30, whatever, until 3 in the afternoon, go to weights. And if you had like a PE class during the day, you'd do whatever fitness. And then you would go do weights, or you'd go to your practice, and then the next day you'd wake up and do it all over again. I mean, seriously, we were pushing ourselves. If you were like a student athlete, like how I was, we were doing something every single day. And then on top of that, if you do things outside of school, I was in like a softball club, like a national softball club. I was working out like another 3-4 times a week, and then also doing practice with them on top of those workouts. So I was burning so many calories, so my metabolism was so high. But now, like, I went to college, and it was just like a complete 180. Like, I laid around the dorm, I would maybe work out like twice a week, and that was because of a class that I had to take. And like, I just wasn't working out at all, and I would eat what I want because it's at the food center, the dining center, that is 20 feet away. So it was definitely a lifestyle change, and I didn't really ever take control of like working out or fitness at all in college. I would go to hot yoga like once a month, if that. I would go to the gym once a month, if that. I was just kind of like going through the motions and not really being fit or taking care of my body. I was putting alcohol in it. I was putting junk food in it. I just wasn't taking care of my body. And so then I moved into my apartment, which you guys saw the majority of my videos was when I moved in. That's kind of when I started my channel back up. When I moved into my apartment, started my new job where I'm at now, and they had a gym within our building, and I would go there. I was consistent for like 2 months of going like almost every day, and then I fell off. And then about 6 months later, I went for another 2 months, and then I fell off. And I think that's because I wasn't motivated in that gym. I didn't feel inspired. It just didn't like get me excited to go. I was like, oh, I better go work out because that's something I need to do. But once I saw that picture, I thought, that's it. I am done treating my body like shit, and it's time to start doing something with it. So I joined a gym that my friend goes to, and she's also my neighbor. So we go to the same gym. We try and go together, and I told her, like, if I go with somebody, that holds me accountable. And I don't know, I've been so inspired going there that I almost, like, I don't feel like she needs to come with me, but I mean, like, we go at the same time anyway, so we go together. But like, there'll be days like, well, she'll have an off day and I'll just go because I want to go. But I'm making sure that like I'm not pushing myself too hard where it hurts my body. I definitely have been very sore because I am out of shape, but I'm starting to understand my body a little bit better now and know like, okay, like that's the limit. I need to stop. You know, like if that hurts, like don't keep doing it. Just stuff like that. But I'm definitely loving my routine, and I want to be proud of my body. I want to be proud of who I am in my body. So that's a 2021 goal, is proud of my body. That was the longest tangent ever, but I feel like you guys needed to know the background to understand why I'm feeling the way about my body that I am, because sometimes I've made a video about how I'm self-conscious, but I never said why. I just said like, I'm self-conscious, but okay, why? Like, you did this for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed to go into detail and I didn't. So I did that today for you guys. Going into the next one is pay off my car loan. So I don't have very much left, and I am starting to do the Dave Ramsey like snowball loan payoff. I don't know, like I think it's like snowball theory, or I don't know what the proper term is, but I'm doing the snowball effect. And so I paid off, I did have a little bit of credit card debt when I started building, or like not building my house, but like renovating. Like I put my couch on there, and then I put my doors on there. I'm trying to think what else I put on there. My vanities, and those are the 3 big purchases that I needed to make, and so I put those on my credit card, and I paid off my credit card doing the Dave Ramsey effect. So what you do is pretty much you attack your smallest owed loan. So my car right now, compared to my other loans, like my student loans and my house, are the other loans I have. So my car loan is my smallest loan, and that's what I'm going to attack first. So what you're going to do is you take all the money that you can out of every paycheck, but still be able to live, you know, like still be able to afford life, you know, your groceries, your bills, everything, without like going into debt doing it. So max you can afford out of your paycheck every month. So I get paid twice a month. I get paid every other week or every 2 weeks, however you want to look at it. So I take max I can take out of every single paycheck and put it towards that loan. So this for me will be my car, and I'll be able to pay off my loan by July if I do this effect correctly. So you put max in, and then you pay minimum on your other loans. So like my student loans, I pay minimum on. And so those will definitely accrue some interest doing that. But you're just attacking one loan head on to get it out of the way and out of here. You just, because if you're going to pay minimum on all these loans, it's going to take you 15 years. You know, attack a loan, pay minimum, and then once that's done, take that money that you were putting towards that small loan and put it all towards the next big loan. So if you're putting in, like, for example, let's say you're putting in like $800 a month to this one loan. You're going to take whatever your minimum was. Let's say it was $200. You're going to take that $800 plus that $200. You're going to be paying $1,000 a month towards that loan, and you're going to get that knocked out. So that is just like the effect that he always talks about. I've been watching a lot of his videos lately, trying to be good with money. I think especially people in college should watch these videos. I was never really good with money. I just kind of got my paycheck, paid my bill, and been like, okay, I have all this extra money, let's go spend it. I definitely didn't save. I blew a lot of money in college. I think a lot of people do, and that's okay, but I definitely think you need to save some of it, and watching his videos will help you tremendously. So that's a goal, pay off student loan, or not student loan, car loan, and possibly I have small student loans. Like I had a scholarship loan that I got that has a like really small interest, so I'll probably like maybe pay that off. I don't know. We'll kind of, I need to look at it a little bit more holistically on like what loan is next, but all I know is it's my car loan, moving on to student loans, and then obviously mortgage, whatever. That's always going to be a loan to pay off. Next one is I am wanting to take better care of my skin. So I've kind of always had better skin than others, especially like on my face, but like right here I'm breaking out, which is hormonal, totally normal and totally okay. You know, I've never struggled with acne. I will be honest. I've never had acne so severely that I needed to seek help or anything like that. So I can't give you advice on that, but there will be times when like I get the cystic ones, like hormonal pimples, when it's about that time of the month. And then I'll break out in like blackheads super bad on my nose, and then once in a while I'll get some on my forehead. But for the most part, I have never really struggled with acne. I have always struggled with dry skin. You guys know, if you've been here, I have psoriasis on my head, literally pretty much all over my body. So I haven't seeked any like medical attention for it. I've kind of just taken matters into my own hands, kind of taught myself what I needed to know. And so I got like a tea tree shampoo, and that helps a lot. But I'm going to add another shampoo to my hair because it's been super dry lately, which kind of goes into my next goal, which is grow my hair out. So I'll kind of combine these together, but I want to grow my hair out, but I want it to be healthy. So I'm gonna get like a color treated shampoo that hydrates, and then I have my tea tree for my scalp. I'm gonna try and eliminate using purple shampoo as much as possible. I know that I need to use it maybe once a week or every other week, maybe every 2 weeks probably would be better, to keep like my lightness. But I have not gotten my hair done. You can probably tell, but I have not gotten my hair done in probably over 6 months. And so I'm kind of just letting it grow, letting it do its thing, do its course. I'm okay with the outgrown roots. I don't even care anymore at this point. So right now I'm using a lot of coconut oil. So I sleep in coconut oil for a night. I talked about this in another video, which I will link above. But I've been doing that. I am using a lot more hydrating stuff on my hair. I use oils. I use like bonding treatments, a bunch of stuff to try and get it to grow. And I feel like, honestly, it's been growing a lot since I started doing that. Like I chopped my hair up to here and it's already grown pretty well. But anyways, back to dry skin. Like, so I have psoriasis on my head, all over my body. I lather myself in lotion every single night, but there are times where I don't do it or I forget, and then it flares up super bad. So someone that I watch a lot is Whitney Simmons, and she has psoriasis. She's very open about it. She talks about ways to help, ways to cope, all this other stuff. So if you want to see more videos like that, I would suggest watching her. But I take a lot of the things that she says into consideration and try and implement that, because I'll do anything to try and help my psoriasis. So if someone recommends something, I usually go out and buy it so I can try it too. And she talked about a body wash that she uses that helps tremendously with it. So I'm going to go get that and see if that helps. But I usually use like the CeraVe body lotion, like the cream out of the jar, not the squirt stuff, because that doesn't do it. You got to get the cream. You got to get the heavy duty stuff. So I use that, and then I'll use like a body oil mixed with it, and I'll put that on when I'm feeling exceptionally dry. pretty dry. And I've been doing like sugar scrubs and then also putting some body oil on too on top of that. And it just has helped so much, but I want to continue this in 2021. I'm never really too self-conscious about my psoriasis because they're not huge plaques on my body, but in my scalp is where I'm the most insecure because people think that it looks like dandruff. And you know, I've gone through this through high school and I used to get bullied for it, but you know, that's just like a part of who I am. Like I can't help that my skin is so dry that it creates plaques, you know, like it's just something that's a part of me. So I am trying to, one, accept it, and two, help to make it better, make it calmer. So those are some goals. Let's move on to the next goal. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is goal number 6. So another professional goal is to get my NCIDQ certification. So I will be eligible in the spring, but I will not take it probably until the fall. So I might start studying like right after my well exam, because then I'll be kind of in the routine and the habit of studying that I'll just like keep it going. But I'm afraid that I will not be able to do it in the fall because the summer I kind of want to do some house things like my kitchen maybe, or the basement. I can't decide what I want to do first. So I don't know how much time I'm going to be able to dedicate to that, but that is definitely a goal that I'm striving for, is to get it done in the fall. So we have study materials through my office, but they will also reimburse me when I'm done taking this test. So it's pretty expensive. For paying out of your pocket at first, it's pretty expensive. But then like once you pass, then you get reimbursed. Like I said, this is all dependent on your firm, if they even offer this or if they're willing to work with you when you're getting hired, stuff like that. So it's just something to always discuss with your employer while you're being hired, or even if they don't offer it and you've already been hired on, go and talk to them about it. Be like, hey, I really want to take this. I think this will be so beneficial to our firm, to our office, but I need help paying for it. I think it would benefit me in such and such way if you guys would help me, to support me, to show that you guys want this for your company. Like, you know, just, you gotta just address it head on. So that's something I want to do, and I will give you study tips when I get there, but I'm not there right now. I've thought about it, thought about obviously doing the process, but I am not there on studying, not in that mindset yet. Okay. Last one, which is a goal that I've talked to you guys about before, but it is a goal that has changed a little bit. As you guys know, I really want to do something on my own. I want something to call mine, something that I wake up to every day and I'm like, this is mine, this is the life I created for myself, and be proud of it. Not that I'm not proud of my job now, because I absolutely love my job now, but I just feel like I need to be doing something on the side, or something that just like gets me like going, you know, it just like gets me so excited. And so I would love to start my online business. So I talked about this before with you guys, how a career goal of mine is to open up my own store, and I have all these ideas of like how I want it to look and like all this stuff. And when the time comes, I will talk about those things. But I don't want to give away too much without doing it. And I want it to be unique, and I don't want it to be done. So, I think how I want to approach this first is doing an online business and seeing how it goes through there. And, I would love to like get more involved with like TikTok and like do like shipping, you know, like just how the back of house works, because people love seeing that. And so I am in the process of kind of getting a business license and doing all the back of house stuff and getting the business up and running and all of this stuff. So that's something that I really want to do in 2021, is start this life of mine. It's something I've always wanted to do. My parents are entrepreneurs. I feel like I have that in my blood to just do that. And I've always been so independent in that way, where like I remember just being young when you would like play house and you'd be like, okay, well, I'm the business owner. Like I'd always be a business owner, or I would always be the leader or the teacher or whoever, the mom when you're playing house. Like I always wanted to be that leader. And so I just have had this dream since high school of having something of my own. And I never understood like what I wanted until I found interior design and I realized this is what I want to do. And I didn't know how I wanted to achieve it at first or how I would get there. But now I have a clearer mind of what I want out of the business and how I want it to look. So that is a 2021 goal of mine, is to start a business. And just like having your guys' support means everything to me. So I just know having you guys involved in this process will be the best thing for my business because you guys are my voice. You guys help guide me. So I am super excited about that goal and I cannot wait until I kind of get going on it. It's going to be a bicycle, not a race car. I always have to tell myself that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Like I always want to get something done super, super fast, but this is something that's going to take some time and I want to make sure that it's absolutely perfect before it even like goes live or anything. And so it's just something that's been on my mind. It weighs pretty heavily on my heart and I think about it almost every single day. So yeah, that's something I'm super, super excited about. But those are my 2021 goals. I feel like those are some pretty bold goals in there, but there are goals that I know I can achieve with hard work and dedication, some passion. I know I can do it. So, and saying this to you guys holds me accountable too. So I am super excited that you guys are here and that you're going to ride this journey with me through 2021. And you hopefully get to see me reach a handful, if not all of these goals. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment down below. I love talking to you guys. That's my favorite part, is talking to you guys, giving you advice, getting your advice. Gotta take some criticism sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love you guys and I hope that your 2021 ends positive is what I mean. And that your 2021 starts off amazing on good vibes because we need those good vibes in our life right now, okay? Okay, well, I'm gonna peace out. I gotta go eat some lunch. I'm freaking hungry. I don't even know what time it is. I don't even know, but I'm freaking hungry, so I'm gonna go. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.